before the fiscal year can be officially closed, amounts from revenue and expense accounts must be transferred to retained earnings. To run this function, from the Maintenance menu, choose Close Income Expense Accounts. Normally, the Create Next Fiscal Year process will be done prior to closing income statement accounts, but it is not required to do so at this time. Choosing to skip creating the next fiscal year means that batches cannot be posted for the next year until the current year is closed. Running Close Income and Expense Accounts without next year open will give a warning. Running this procedure creates and posts a batch that moves balances of income statement accounts to the specified retained earnings account, either from the department code if the account has a department, or the company profile if the account has no department. Income statement balances will be zero when complete. To track multiple currency amounts on retained earnings, ensure that your retained earnings account accepts all currencies rather than just specified. If departments are enabled for the company, choose all departments at once, or instead select a single or a range of departments if they will be closed separately. This function can be run multiple times, as often as required. Choose a closing source code to identify these transactions for the detail listing and source journal reports. Enter the year-end date as the closing date, as this date will also appear with transactions and on reports. The fiscal period of these closing transactions are not determined by this date, but will always be posted to the last period in the fiscal calendar. Click the Proceed button to continue, and ensure that a good backup of the data exists, because this process cannot be reversed. A batch is automatically created and posted, and the posting journal is updated with all the changes for the transferred balances. Income statement and retained earnings accounts store a closing amount, available for display on the account until the fiscal year is officially closed. The trial balance report has an option to include or exclude these amounts when printing as of the last period for any selected fiscal year. Net changes for the last period are not updated by closing amounts, so that financial statements are not affected. Transaction details on the retained earnings account will be consolidated to one detail, or one detail for each department. If a batch is posted with income statement accounts that have already been closed to retained earnings, this process must be run again before the fiscal year may be closed. Ensure a smooth year-end by closing income statement accounts when current year processing is done. For more information about Adagio Accounting, use these on-screen links or from the video description. Thanks for watching.